Alright, what's up everybody? Got a helpful one for y'all here today relating to 1 meal a day. Now the difference between doing 1 meal a day every day and the difference between doing 1 meal a day like once a week, every 2 weeks, once a month, like that. Now I did 1 meal a day for like 8 months or so. I don't know the exact time. When I was cutting last time in like 2017/2018, I was doing it every single day. Okay, now we're gonna start with that one. If you're doing it every single day, because they are a good bit different. Now if you're doing it every single day, I suggest you basically, let me tell you how I did it first off. Now most people do 1 meal a day. They just go and eat 1 meal a day, right? You just eat 1 meal and you're done. You don't really think about it. Me, I track everything I eat. I weigh everything I eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tracking calories. So regardless if I'm doing 3 meals a day, 2 meals a day, 1 meal a day, I have a calorie goal, I have a protein goal. So, you know, that carries even if I'm, like I said, when I'm doing the 1 meal a day. So when I was doing 1 meal a day, I believe I was eating 2,200 calories, and it may have dropped to 2,000, I'm not 100% sure, but I was eating that many calories every day for 1 meal, and I was hitting a certain protein goal, which is 0.81 grams per pound of body weight is what you need protein to, you know, give your body sufficient protein to grow from exercise and actually, you know, being able to build and recover and everything. So now what this is going to take for you to build up to this, to get your calories higher, like I said, don't even worry about gaining weight on a 1 meal a day. I'm not going to say it's not possible. It's definitely possible, but for me to eat 2,200 calories in 1 meal a day, like all healthy, it was insanely hard. Now your body will get used to it over time, so slowly work into this. If you're doing it every day, slowly work into this. The main thing is, now if you're not going to worry so much about calories, you know, most people are trying to lose fat, which 1 meal a day is great for because you're eating in such a caloric deficit, because it's so easy to eat under your, you know, caloric needs. You just eat 1 meal a day. Like I said, it's so hard to eat over in one meal, especially if you're eating any healthy foods at all. So it's gonna take, it took me a long time to build up to be able to eat. I ate that much food. I popped the video up here, how my diet pretty much looked when I was, you know, once I kind of had it more perfected. I ate all of that food in 1 hour, which is absolutely insane, because that first started me, it would literally take me like 5 hours. I sat down and just eat all that in 5 hours, all that in 4 hours, just trying to pound it, it'd take me forever. You know, I'd be doing computer work and stuff, so I wasn't just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. But so that approach, you know, doing it every day, it's going to take you time to get your body used to cramming that much food in a short period of time. Like I said, work your way down. Don't push it too hard. Give your body time to adjust. I pushed it too hard. I threw up one night. So I basically ate everything and then threw up probably 95% of everything right after, like I was just stuffing too much and just trying to get it in as fast as possible. And then the most uncomfortable bloating feelings in the world. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. It was a terrible feeling. So work your way into that. Now again, just because I'm saying you're gonna have to eat more and you're gonna hit your protein goal. Now the reason why you want to hit your protein goal is you're in a caloric deficit. So protein becomes even more important. You know what I'm saying? When you're bulking, you might could get away with, and by bulking, I don't know if you don't know what that means. That's being in a caloric surplus, meaning you're giving your body more calories than it needs. So you're going to put on a little bit of body fat, but you're also going to be putting on a little bit of muscle if you're, you know, weight training, resistance training. So you need to be hitting that. You know what I'm saying? You might get away with a little bit less while you're bulking, but it's been studied, 0.81, 0.82 grams per pound of body weight is what you need in protein. And that's sufficient to, you know what I'm saying, build muscle on your body. It's basically showing like you don't need anything else. So that comes even more crucial when you're dieting, because when you diet, you're gonna be losing water weight, you're gonna be losing body fat, you're also gonna be losing muscle mass as well. Even when you're lifting weights continuously, you know what I'm saying, you're pushing in the gym, your body's you're still going to lose some. You know what I'm saying? You try to mitigate how much you lose by keeping your strength up and keeping your protein up. Now, you just don't want to start losing muscle like crazy, because yes, you're losing fat, but you're not necessarily getting more aesthetic. You'll still be soft, flabby looking. You'll just be a smaller, soft, flabby looking person. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look aesthetic, if people always say I want to get toned, basically it just means, I guess, basically all toned is building muscle and getting lean and retaining muscle, so you look basically hard. You know what I'm saying? You start getting striations in your, you start getting shapes everywhere where your muscles are actually built and where they're remaining. And like I said, you need that protein requirement to retain that muscle mass. Like I said, you're gonna lose some no matter what, and being in the more caloric deficit you're in, the harder it is to hold on to that muscle mass. And with 1 meal a day, like I said, more than likely, unless you have to really push it to try to get more and more calories, it's gonna be almost impossible for just anybody just to say, I'm just gonna eat, I've been eating 3 meals a day, I'm just gonna start eating 1 meal a day, and then they start gaining weight on it. It's damn near impossible. Unless you're a competition eater or something, that's not gonna happen to you. So don't worry about that. The main thing is hit your protein, regardless of whatever calories you're eating. Try to get as close as possible. I know it's going to be hard at first if you haven't been doing that. Get as close as you possibly can to that 0.81, 0.82 grams per pound of body weight. And again, the less deficit you could be in, like, I was eating 2,200 calories. My body needed at that time like 2,700 calories to maintain my weight. I could have easily, the more calories you have, the easier it makes for you to hit the protein, because you can have less like meat and less protein rich foods and eat more. You know what I'm saying? You could eat like I eat some organic spaghetti noodles that have 7 grams of protein. You know what I'm saying? You can eat some pistachios that has like 7 grams of protein. You see what I'm saying? You can eat less like strictly protein foods like Greek yogurt and like meats and stuff. Less specifically protein dense foods. When you have more calories, you can get more of that protein from other sources. It doesn't have to just be from a like a meat or like direct protein, majority protein source. Now, one way that's really going to help you get into extra calories and extra protein, or what I found, is doing a huge smoothie. That's the easy way to get in a lot of calories and a lot of micronutrients that you need as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even when I was dieting, like when I was doing the 1 meal a day, like basically I was eating 2,200 calories, like making myself eat that, right? My body needed 27. I could have easily, 1 meal a day, I could easily do 1,500 calories or 4, you know what I'm saying? Just depending, because I eat super healthy, so depending on how filling the foods are, I could eat, just say 1,500 calories, be super satiated, be comfortable, didn't have to force feed myself like crazy. Eventually I built up to it. I didn't feel like I was force feeding myself as much. My body got used to, that 1 meal a day. So, but I could have easily did that and lost fat and all right, but I also would not have been hitting my protein goal if I would just been casually eating it. Even if I was doing that, even if I'd say I even did get my protein goal when I was eating 1,500 calories, that is such a huge deficit. That's really going to really put a strain on maintaining my strength in the gym, and also which is going to relate to maintaining my muscle mass. You know what I'm saying? When your strength starts dropping off like crazy, that's basically letting you know, hey, you're losing muscle basically. So that's the main thing you want to stick with if you're doing it every single day. Mainly make sure you're getting that protein in, because it's been shown that like alternate day fasting and stuff, I hadn't looked into it a whole lot, but I have seen some. It was saying like fasting people retain more muscle than non-fasters. I said I hadn't looked into it a ton. I have looked into it some in the past. So, but the main thing is make sure you're getting that protein in, and then I would even say try to over time build up. Like say you eat this meal, eat a little bit more, maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable, stop there. Next time eat. Keep eating that little bit extra to that little bit of uncomfortableness doesn't feel uncomfortable, and then you eat a little bit more and feel uncomfortable. That way you're eating a little more food, like I said, and don't worry about spilling over. I've been through it, trust me. You might be sitting there thinking, no, I don't want to eat more, I might gain weight. Trust me, I did it. You gotta be kind of you gotta be like somebody like me who's just like, I had this goal, like you're just a person who's dead set, like I'm not gonna, basically that's how dead set I am when I hit my goals. So I had the goal to hit it, like I would hours after, just intense bloating, and literally that one time I threw up. So like I basically force-fed myself until I threw up, literally. So like you have to be like that kind of crazy about it to even, and that's what I'm saying, even then I was still 500 calories under my maintenance. So for me to go up to 2,700 calories would just, I could have probably did, honestly, it would have took me like maybe another couple months to, you know, slowly build up. And like I'm saying though, I'm keeping it healthy. When I say you do 1 meal a day, I always say don't use that as a cheat ticket. Oh, now I'm eating 1 meal a day, I can go eat cinnamon rolls and cupcakes and, you know what I'm saying, milkshakes all day. I don't agree with that. I don't think just because it's 1 meal a day you start using that as a cheat ticket, because I feel like you're doing the 1 meal a day. Now your main goal may just be able to lose fat, and that's fine, but for me it was for the losing fat, to experiment, and just for mainly, you know, the health reasons. So what I say, like, yes, you're getting all these health benefits from fasting. Let me check the time of the video. You're getting all these health benefits from fasting, but I feel like you're taking a hit on that too when you start just eating a ton of junk food just because, oh, it's healthier to fast, but then you start eating all these garbage foods, but you still think it's healthy because, oh, I'm fast, I'm only eating 1 meal a day, so it's healthy. Like, you're taking a huge damper with that. Keep it healthy. If you want to have some junk foods in there, do that, but keep it majority healthy, 80% healthy, 85% healthy. Have your junk foods in there if you want to. That way you're still getting in, you know, all the nutrients that your body needs to rebuild and repair and, you know, keep you aging in a nice way. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the, if you're doing 1 meal a day every day. Now, if you're doing 1 meal a day like once a week, which is, there's still tons of benefits to it, doing it once a week or once a month or any variation in between that. Now, the difference is on the 1 meal a day, once a week, like why I stopped doing 1 meal a day is I stopped cutting, I started bulking. Again, that is the least efficient way to put on muscle mass, is doing 1 meal a day. So, you know, I started breaking my meals up. I'm only doing 2 meals a day anyway, but that's, you know, a lot easier to get in those extra calories to give my body enough calories to grow. So, you know, I'm slamming all these extra calories. I'm at like 3,200 calories. Some days I go 3,300. Some days I do 3,100. But I'm up over my caloric maintenance. I've been doing this for over a year, like a year and a half. It's maybe coming close to 2 years now. I think it's like 80 something weeks. But so I'm always getting all these excess calories, right? So doing 1 meal a day a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once every 3 weeks, or once every, I'm just gonna use, or once a month. I'm just gonna use once a week here. Me going, now here's the difference. Now, okay, I'm always getting all these excess calories in, always hitting my protein goals, constantly growing, building muscle, all this good stuff, putting on fat. So now I do 1 meal a day. That's what I'm doing now. I'm starting to do them, you know, like once a week or anywhere from 1 to 4 times a month. Okay, so now when I do 1 meal a day, it's more of, you can go and do, you don't have to force feed yourself. You can just go eat. I could go eat 1,200 calories or the 1,500 calories like I was talking about before. Be completely satiated. Don't have to push the hunger. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to force feed myself at all. And that's it for that day. I don't have to worry about. Now I'm still trying to get at least half a gram, like 0.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. I've actually heard about some studies and all saying like doing 1 day a week where you get 0.5 grams per pound of body weight is actually super beneficial. It shuts down, like the mTOR pathway is where basically like it's your body constantly, it's like the growth signal to your body. It's like the pathway that constantly tells you to grow. Like when I'm constantly, you know, lifting weights, you know, bulking and putting on all this muscle mass and all, but that's the mTOR pathway is what's basically signaling all that. But that's also the pathway that causes like tumor growth and cancer growth and stuff like that. So to shut that down every now and then is super healthy for you. Like that's why doing a low protein intake day like that does that. I've even heard like I don't know if CBD does it, but I know like marijuana does it, and I think fasting does it as well. But you know, especially the low protein and then the fasting is definitely going to do it. But I think you get some of the benefits from fasting as well. But so I'm going lower, so I'm almost, like I said, and so you can go lower calories, don't have to force feed yourself. It can just be a complete enjoyable meal, okay, for one, because I'm basically, some days I have, if my meals get pushed back, you know, I have to eat closer together. Some days I work longer that day, blah blah blah. Like, I basically have to force feed myself anyway, because again, I'm about my goal. I don't care, you know, nothing else really matters is my goal, right? So it doesn't matter what the time is, how close I ate in between each other. If I have to eat this many calories in a day, I'm going to eat that many calories in a day. It doesn't matter if I'm hungry or not. I'm going to get those calories in to keep my body moving in the direction I want it to, right? So when you have these 1 meal a days once a week or every so often, you can just have, and you know, you can just eat that enjoyable meal, and you can eat that meal, eat low calories, like I said, 1,000, 1,500 calories, whatever it comes out to. Eat that low. I'm thinking as a man, like a female is obviously going to eat a lot lower, and I don't think there's any female that has a. Normally females eat a lot less. I don't think, you know, obviously females, they are like the calories they need are a lot less than a male. So basically, I'm just using like my numbers for me, for example. But like I said, if you eat 1,000 to 1,500 calories, like, that's a really small meal to me, even if I'm eating super healthy. Now that'll make me feel satiated, so I won't be like full. I won't feel like bloated or anything. I'll just feel nice and full, you know what I'm saying? I feel satiated. I don't feel necessarily bloated anyway. I don't feel full, but I feel like I had a decent amount of food. I'm completely content with this food. I don't need any more food. I can be good off this food, right? So you can do that. You can eat less protein, so you don't have to worry about getting that excess protein in, so that makes the meal more enjoyable, because you don't have to cram any extra foods that you don't want to eat, right? And I will say this, you can eat more junk foods if that's what you want to do on this one particular day, if and only if, I'd say majority, if not all of your other times are eating super healthy. Like, so just say I do the 1 meal a day once a week. Well, those other 6 days I'm eating everything healthy, super clean, whole foods, non-processed, no garbage ingredients. So if I do a 1 meal a day and I want this junk food, you can have that on the 1 meal a day once a week. You see what I'm saying? Or if you start doing 1 meal a day here and there, you can start doing that not as a cheat meal, but you could kind of use it as that. But I'm not saying only eat garbage food. You still want to get in your micronutrients always. So, but if you wanted to eat like half of the calories, I don't really think pizza is necessarily unhealthy for you. The grease is the worst part, and it depends what's in the ingredients, like the dough and the cheese and stuff. But this when you're doing 1 meal a day once a week, that's when you could start having more. It could be more so like a cheat meal to you. See what I'm saying? Like, it's to say you wanted the pizza and you wanted the milkshakes and ice cream and the cookies. You could have that stuff, but with, I'm not saying only eat that. You need to still get your greens in, you know, your vitamin C's in, your fruits in. You still need to get protein in. You still don't want to be doing like you don't want to be doing no protein, you know what I'm saying? But don't stress too much about the protein, but make sure you're at least getting in somewhere close to 0.5. I'd say don't go over 0.5, because you're trying to get that extra health benefit from this 1 meal a day on this one too. Is a super low protein. That's a, you know, another huge health benefit on top of doing the 1 meal a day. And that's the saying too. Now, if you're always getting low protein, well, I guess it's going to be normal to you, but you don't want to always be getting low protein. If you're all your other days, you want to be getting close to you want to be getting 0.81 to 0.82 grams per pound of body weight. Okay, so then it's not like this one meal here this week ain't gonna screw anything up. You see what I'm saying? It's so infrequent. Basically, it's not enough to throw everything off. It's not like, oh, you're gonna lose all your muscle mass and stuff for 1 meal a day. Like that one day you're not, because every other day everything's on point, right? So that's pretty much the difference. Okay, so the 1 meal a day once a week or periodically, you can have more junk food if you want, which even me, I just enjoy eating healthy. So even when I've been doing, I don't even like eating unhealthy. But I'm gonna start doing some, probably going out, just say like IHOP, or just different restaurants, and doing the 1 meal a day. Like once I'm doing it once a week, or you know, 1 to 4 times a month, and just show y'all what it would look like if you would go out and eat at these restaurants and doing 1 meal a day. So there may be some more junk food in it, but it depends how I feel. Like I said, most 99.999% of the time I want to eat healthy, because I know what the healthy foods do for me and my goals, basically, which is aging me very slowly, my longevity, building muscle, just feeling great, health, basically. So that's what makes me want to eat healthy all the time. I know I'm different in that regard. Obviously I know there's other people out there who like enjoy eating as healthy to me, but I don't really see it. You know what I mean? Like everybody, I see all these bodybuilders on YouTube and stuff, like every time they put out a full day of eating, it's always, if it fits your macros, and all the thumbnails are them holding up like Fruit Loops and Rice Krispies. It's always like people try to push that so much, but I know that's why, because everybody else likes to enjoy that stuff too. I know I may be a little bit on the extreme end, but I think it's a very good extreme end to be on, because like I said, it just goes back down to my goals, how health conscious and longevity and all stuff I want to. So that's why, you know, I'm bringing this back in, because it is super healthy for me. So that's pretty much the differences in it. I hope this helps. Well, I always say that, but I know it'll help. I know this will help if you implement it in your life. If you have any tips, and I'll pop this up here. I have a whole playlist of 1 meal a day videos / fasting videos. It's like probably 85-90% 1 meal a day, but there's a couple specific fasting videos in there as well. That's my whole 1 meal a day and fasting playlist. You know, I try to update that frequently, or as much as I can. As much as if I have an idea for a video, you know, I'll pop the video up like this is a new idea I had, because I started doing it 1 meal, you know, like once a week. So, you know, I'm constantly, you check out my playlist, I constantly update them. Anyway, if I have new ideas, like I said, I try to, you know, put new ones in there. Anyway, that's it for the video. Like I said, I know this will help. You just have to, you know, implement this. You know, information is useless unless you act on it, bitch, unless you put it to use. So that's it for the video. Stay happy, stay healthy, go make y'all some gains. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.